Eric with Radiator Grill Store here. As promised, we're back doing the air filters on our 981 Cayman. We've got some Porsche air filters, and we're gonna have the part numbers for FCP Euro down in the description. And we've got a couple things. You don't need that many tools for this. We've got a T25 Torx bit here. We've got a 10mm socket. And then we've got our plastic trim tools. We're back at the 981 Cayman, and we've got a couple panels to remove to be able to get access to the air filters. We're gonna be removing the side panel here, and it's got a nice little finger slot where we can get in there and just pull this one out. We're also gonna be using our trim tools, and we're gonna remove this panel on each side, which is gonna give us access to this silver panel in the middle. And once we remove that, we're gonna be able to remove this carpet here and get access to the air filters. Now we're gonna be removing that first panel. We're gonna be doing that on both sides. We're gonna reach our hand in, and we're just gonna give it a good tug and pull it right out. Now, one thing we need to notice is that we have some of these little cones. These are anti-vibration, anti-squeak, anti-rattles. We want to make sure that those stay with these panels. Repeat that for the other side. Now that we've removed the lower side panels, we're going to remove these trim panels on each side. We're going to be pulling back the weather stripping here, and we're going to insert our plastic trim tool, and we're going to be popping this thing out. Remember to always collect those cones for the anti-vibration, anti-rattle. One there, one there. Now that we've removed the two lower panels and the two side panels, now we're able to remove this center panel here by reaching down and just pulling up. Set that aside. And now we're able to pull out the carpet by pulling in the middle and pulling that towards us. And we'll be able to walk that carpet right out. Next, we have to remove the engine computer. We're going to be doing that with the 10mm socket. We're going to set that aside. Next, we have to remove the oil line. Have a paper towel ready to shove up into the oil fill neck so that it does not drip oil. And how we're going to remove this is by pinching this ring here. And let's see if I can pinch this thing. Let me pinch this. Oh, I might need to twist it up. Twist, pinch, twist, pinch, and shove the paper towel up top. There. Next, we're going to take our T25 Torx, and we're going to be removing the single screw on each of the air filters. All right, so now we're at the time where we're going to be removing the air filter housings. We just took off all the panels. We removed that T25 Torx in each one of the housings for the air filter. Now, I went and tried to do this before we did the camera shot, and I think I found a decent method where if you just put a little bit of force into it, these things come out. So we're going to go try that. So come on. I'm going to show you how I do it. So this is how I'm going to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to loop both my fingers around these two loops. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull them towards the center, and I'm just going to rip it out. So I'll pull this one, pull this one and give it a good quick tug. And there they are. And we'll do it for the other one. We'll go on over here and we'll grab a loop, give it a quick tug, bam. And there we go. All right, now we're gonna be taking off these dirty air filters, and we're gonna be taking that T25 Torx, and we're just gonna be removing the 2 screws in each one of those, and then we're gonna reinstall the new air filters with those 2 new screws. Now we're ready to put the new Porsche air filters back into the car. One thing to note is that a lot of the YouTubers that have done this before, they get a lot of debris in the intakes. So Radiator Grille Store, we sell the radiator grills for the side intakes on the 981 Cayman, the 718s, and there was nothing to clean out. So that was really nice. So we're gonna be putting these air filters back in. We're going to be inserting the T25 screws. We're going to be putting back the oil filled neck, and then we're going to be replacing the computer and putting all the insulation and trim back, and we'll be complete. All right, that's a wrap. We were able to do that in, how many minutes was that? It was like 20 minutes? Complete the whole thing. Well, that's a wrap. Pretty easy install, minimal tools involved, and I believe that the dealership charges over $500 to do that job. So this is a nice way to save a couple bucks, get involved with your car. And of course, one thing that we noticed that the air intakes of this were clean when we looked in there after changing out those air filters. And that is thankful to the Radiator Grille Store side intake grills that we had on there. So you can find those and more at radiatorgrillstore.com. So see you next time.